Coach, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to have you start with an opening statement, then we'll open up some questions.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody joining us. Like I told, our team, after the game, just appreciate the effort. Guys went out there and they fought hard, and they battled. They got banged up a little bit, and they just kept fighting. They just kept playing. And they played really hard. They played very competitive football, and unfortunately, we didn't play as well as we'd like to. But I do think there were a lot of really great things. I thought we definitely showed some growth in our team. From week one, against an SEC opponent in Auburn to to where we are, right now, playing against Ohio State. And, I thought defensively, we did a really nice job. We were able to get pressure on the quarterback, get a few sacks, create a takeaway, get some stops. And unfortunately, we just gave up too many explosive plays on that side of the ball. And that was something that we really, kind of talked about, coming into that game is, make them earn it every play, and, make them drive it on us, and, get off blocks, tackle, all those things. And unfortunately, we just gave up too many big plays, to be able to, survive in that one. And, offensively, got off to a really, great start, had a great drive there, that resulted in a touchdown. And then, kind of got into a situation where we found ourselves in some second and long situations, and, really, came in with the mindset of, really felt that we, wanted to take advantage, of what we could in the passing game, and, knew running the ball was going to be tough sledding. Thought we had some opportunities for some quick completions. And unfortunately, whether it was, taking some sacks, some negative plays, or procedural, type of issues, it put us behind the chains. And, you get into second and longs and third and longs, and, you do that against any opponent. And it's really challenging, but you do it against a team like Ohio State, and, it's just, it's difficult to overcome. So I thought that was, kind of what slowed us down a little bit, there. But, then again, had some nice drives. We were able to progress the ball down the field and convert some third downs, and, get in the red zone. And, unfortunately just, wasn't able to capitalize and come away with points.
Go ahead, George.
Hey, Tom. What concerns you coming out of this game?
Probably just, health-wise, just kind of, where we're at, from that standpoint. Got a little bit, banged up in that game, a couple linebackers, and, just, kind of across the board, guys, as I said, fought really hard, and, kind of battled, and, took some shots, but, kept going. So, I think that's probably, my biggest concern. And we'll have to do a good job this week of getting these guys' bodies back, and physically, making sure that, they feel great, heading into next Saturday.
How do you spin it forward with the MAC season upon us next week?
Yeah, that's that's truly, what it's all about. At the end of the day, like, every opportunity, is just that. It's a great opportunity, and it's one game. And and that opportunity, is special, and we don't ever take it for granted. And what's, ultimately, most important for our team, for us to accomplish the goals that we have is, we have to take care of it. We have to take care of business in the MAC, and specifically in the MAC East. And, we get to start on that schedule this week, right away. We got OU coming in to Infocision Stadium, and really excited about that. Great opponent, team that, we battled in a close game last year, and, looking forward to having that opportunity, this coming week to go play those guys again, and do it at our place.
After the Auburn game, you talked about just looking at the tape and letting it go. Is this the same situation?
Yeah, you gotta, you do that every week, but, you got to make your corrections. And what are those things, moving forward that, where we have to learn and, improve on? And, what are the things that we did well, where our, those areas that we can really build on and, create some confidence from. And, I think there will be plenty of those. Unfortunately, as I said, we left some opportunities out there. And that's the hard part. That's the hard part, when you look back on it. But at the end of the day, like, we're gonna let these guys sleep in a little bit tomorrow, bring them in the, mid-afternoon. Gonna have some abbreviated meetings, kind of go through this stuff, pretty quickly, be, direct and straight to the point with it. And, we're going to finish out with a team meeting, and we're really, that team meeting, has been designed to, really, transition our focus, into, the East Division, of the MAC, and, what these games mean coming up. And, we've spent a lot of time as a staff, in the spring and, throughout the summer, really, studying, our opponents in the East, and learning them inside and out, and, kind of be able to, talk to our team about some of those things, and be able to get all of our focus and all of our energy and attention, like, all headed in the same direction, towards the same goal. And, we're excited about that. And our guys, before we even had a chance to talk about it after the game, like, that's where their heads are at. You could hear them, coming in, and, what they were talking about was like the MAC, and having that opportunity to, get in there and, and play an Eastern Division foe. And, I was, glad to see that their minds are in the right place.
This was the first time in a while I can remember UA playing two Power 5 teams in the non-conference schedule in the same year. How much did it help your team's development, do you think?
Yeah, I do. I think it is. And, I think, it's hard, like, to come out there and, physically, kind of get beat up, like we did. And, to lose a game, like we did tonight. But, I think that's where, like, you have to, you gotta like, be able to understand it, and understand, like, what are we doing, and why are we doing it? And, be able to kind of see, like, every single step is a step, for us, and an opportunity for us to improve. And, like, that's all that matters. Like, are we getting better? Are we growing? Are we learning? And, to go and play, two, top, echelon programs, in college football, and, two of the great, historical programs in college football, like, it's awesome. It really is. It's such a great challenge, but it's also such a great opportunity for our program and for our players. And, playing against, that type of speed, playing against that type of physicality, like, it's going to prepare you. Like, it challenges you, like, in that game, but, like, it is going to prepare you for battle, in conference. And, I truly feel like, our guys are, gonna benefit from playing, in both of these games. And, it's going to be, it's going to work in our favor, as we move through, the rest of the season.
That's all I've got.
Everybody else, you guys good? Okay. Coach, we appreciate your time. Safe travels home, and we'll see you next week.
Okay. Thanks, Sean. Thank you, everybody.